All right, let's talk about one of the biggest myths in the tech world. It's a mistake that a ton of people make, and it could be costing you a whole lot of performance. But here's the good news. The secret to getting it right is way easier than you think. So you've been there, right? You're shopping for a new computer, you see these labels, i5, i7, and your brain just automatically thinks, well, 7 is bigger than 5, so it must be better. But isn't i7 really truly always the better choice? Let's just cut to the chase. The answer is a big, fat no. And you know what? The reason why is actually super straightforward. By the time we're done here, you're going to understand this so well, you'll never look at a computer spec sheet the same way again. So first things first, let's unpack this whole processor myth. This is what pretty much everyone has been told, the basic idea of how computer chips are supposed to be ranked. You know the drill, right? It's this simple ladder. i9 is the absolute top dog, i7 is for the pros, i5 is your solid, everyday choice, and i3 is, well, it's for the basics. It seems totally logical, and it's how a lot of stores guide you to a more expensive machine. Yeah, but here's the kicker. That is only half the story. And honestly, it's not even the most important half. There's another number hiding in plain sight that just completely changes the entire game. Okay, to really get this, let's use an analogy pretty much everyone can wrap their head around. Cars. Let's think about these i3s, i5s, and i7s as different types of cars. So it lines up pretty nicely, right? An i3, that's your basic little get-around car. It'll get you where you need to go. An i5 is your reliable everyday sedan. An i7 is like a sports car, it's got some real power. And the i9? Yeah, that's the screaming supercar. Make sense so far? But this is where it all gets turned on its head. Just think about it for a second. Would you rather have a brand new, fresh off the lot 2024 sedan with the latest engine tech and safety features, or a sports car from, say, 2015? Sure, the old sports car was a beast in its day, but the modern technology in that new car makes it way more efficient and, in many ways, better. And that is exactly what's happening with CPUs. And that right there brings us to the real secret, the thing that actually matters most. It's not the 3, 5, or 7, it's the generation. That's the number that tells you the real story about how powerful that chip is. So what is a CPU generation anyway? Well, think of it like the model year for that car. It tells you how old the technology inside is. And every new generation that comes out is a major leap forward, not just a tiny little tweak. And this slide right here says it all. Take a look. On the left, we've got an i7. Sounds good, but look at that number after the dash, a 7. That means it's a 7th generation chip. Now look at the right. It's just an i5, but its generation number is 13. That huge gap between 7 and 13 is years of massive technological improvements. So why do we care so much about this number? Because with every new generation, you're getting a massive upgrade package. We're talking way better speed, incredible power efficiency, which means better battery life. You often get more cores for better multitasking, and just a smarter design that gets things done way more effectively. Okay, let's put this in perspective with some hard numbers, because this is wild. That new 13th gen i5 isn't just a little bit faster than the old 7th gen i7. No way. For a lot of what you do, it can be 2, even 3 times faster. That's not just an improvement, that's a whole different league of performance. All right, so that's the techie stuff. But what does this actually mean for you, in your day-to-day life, whether you're a gamer or just trying to get some work done? Let's imagine a classic showdown, PCA versus PCB. PCA has that older, fancy-sounding i7. PCB has the newer, modern i5. If you're a gamer, which one do you want? Well, it's not even a fair fight. PCB with the newer i5 wins hands down. And for anyone who games, you know exactly what this means. We're talking higher FPS for that buttery smooth gameplay, better stability so your game doesn't stutter or crash, and less annoying lag. The new chip's architecture is just so much better at handling modern games. And look, this isn't just a gamer thing, not at all. Even if you never touch a video game, the exact same idea applies to just about everything else you do on a computer. For just your everyday stuff, browsing the web, doing office work, juggling a bunch of tabs, having that newer generation chip, even if it's an i5, just makes everything feel snappier. It's faster, smoother, and way more responsive. The whole experience is just better. Okay, so if there is one thing, One golden rule you remember from all of this? Let it be this. This is how you should look at buying a computer from now on. It's super simple, just 2 steps. First, always look at the generation number. That's your number one priority. Get the newest one you can. Then, and only then, do you look at the model, the i3, i5, or i7, to figure out what fits your budget and what you need to do. Generation first, model second. Always. Here's a great way to think about it. A little mantra. A new brain always beats an old muscle. The new, smart architecture of a recent generation will just run circles around the old, brute force power of a chip from years ago, no matter what its name is. So that kind of leads me to a final question for you. Go on, take a peek at your own computer specs. What CPU are you running? Now that you know the secret about the generation number, how does your machine stack up? It's pretty interesting to check, and it really shows you just how fast this tech moves.